Hello, this is video 4 in my The Human Connection Done Right series course. And I did the intro, and then I talked about dancing, and then I talked a little bit about massage. And I want to talk a little bit about massage in this one, and I also want to talk about kissing. So I suggested that you learn how to dance before you proceed to an intimate connection. I talked about how you can also develop skill and confidence and competence as a I'm here. I am stuck on another word that I'm afraid the AOT Prude bot is going to ban me for. But I'm talking about when two people go into the bedroom and are in a reclining position together, how you need to have skill and competence and learning how to give a good massage is a very, very good way to know so much about another person. And that's without touching anywhere that might be considered inappropriate for a therapeutic massage. Now, if you are invited to do more than a therapeutic massage, that's another matter. And that's going to be in another video. But don't rush or assume that because a person trusts you enough with their body to trade massages that they're wanting more than a massage. Never make those kinds of assumptions. You will know that they're wanting more by the signals they give you. And even then, it would behoove you in the way of impressing a person that you're not too eager to get involved, to be reluctant, and not in a rude way, but in a careful, cautious, wise way, to progress on to something more intimate than just a simple massage that's meant to be relaxation or therapeutic. You learn a lot about how deep of touch their body can take. The slower you go, the deeper you can go without hurting someone. All of those kinds of things can be experimented with in massage classes and give you information about how to touch in a way that makes someone go, ah, rather than, ow. So, and the more you practice, the better you get at these things. So, practicing cannot be underestimated as far as giving you skill, confidence, and competence, but it can be mistaken for welcoming something more intimate that people are not ready for yet. So how to talk about whether a person is ready to progress to something more intimate is important. So if someone is trying to rush you into doing something that you're not comfortable with yet, it's important to be able to just say, oh, I'm not comfortable with going there yet. And you might want to practice it in the mirror. If you are a person who has had your boundaries bulldozed by someone who doesn't have any boundaries in those areas, practice in the mirror. Say it to yourself. I'm not ready for that yet, but what you were doing before was feeling good. Or I think I'm ready for the session to be over with now, and maybe not even I think, But I'm ready for this session to be over with now. Because if you put a think in there, it's going to give some wiggle room for continuing. No, let's don't stop yet. Let's don't stop yet. And you don't want that to happen. So what I'm talking about is setting boundaries. You can learn a lot about setting boundaries by taking a massage class or just trading massages with someone. But the thing about taking a class is you have other people present that keep you safe. If you just say you want to trade massages, then you're on your own in terms of keeping your boundaries and setting your boundaries. So if you have your own boundaries set in your own mind, and you've practiced in the mirror as to how far you want to go and you're willing to go, then it becomes easier to keep them when you're in private with someone. And you might even want to have a conversation. If someone says, hey, you want to trade massages sometime, you might want to say, well, I love a good massage trade, but I am concerned about making sure that we have the same boundaries and that we're not going to accidentally go over each other's boundaries. And so maybe we should talk about expectations. A conversation like that can set the expectations and make sure everybody feels safe. So, having expectations about boundaries, being able to talk about boundaries, and setting boundaries is very important in terms of being confident that you are both on the same page in terms of where you're going with the connection you're making. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of being somewhat reticent about the progression of the connection. Because reticence, while it can indicate a reluctance or a fear, it can also indicate a wisdom and an intelligence. And what you will be doing in terms of taking a massage class, trusting someone to trade massages with, is developing confidence and learning how to make that connection in a way that's comfortable for both people. There may even be more than two involved, but usually what I'm speaking about here is two people making a connection. Okay, so that's all I want to say about the physical touch connection right now, because once you get past learning how to pick a good partner who's going to be a comfortable a comfortable person to dance with, then you learn how to give a massage and find out how to make the connection physically hands-on, and then that can lead to the kiss. Now, how to kiss is very, very important. Some people get really, really nervous about kissing because they've kissed and it didn't feel right. So I want to give you some tips on how to kiss that's going to make the kissing encounter more compatible, more enjoyable. So first of all, you never, never, never want it to be sloppy, slurpy, drooly. You want a kiss should be moist, but not slobbery. It should be gentle, but not so gentle that you feel insecure. So you can put your fingers together and press a little bit. If you press too hard, it's not going to feel like a good kiss. It's going to hurt your lips. It's going to feel too eager. Once again, this eagerness comes up. If you just press together gently and maybe pause for half a second and see if the person wants it to be more moist. Kissing can become like a dancing of the tongues. In fact, in Spanish, they say, los lenguas son bailandos. The tongues are dancing. When the tongues are dancing together, you know the kiss is enjoyable. So, you want it to be moist, but not sloppy or slobbery. And you want it to be gentle, but not so gentle that the person who is pressing their lips to yours is going to feel insecure about it, because then they might come in and push too hard. You don't want to bump together. You want to come together gently and make the kiss. So I don't know if I like this video. Maybe I do. But this is video 4 in my series of how to make the connection, and that was the kiss. So thank you for listening. Like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to hear more. And I'm not even going to try to have perfect hair because I don't want AI to mistake me for a bot, because I'm not. Hi. Bye.